Ever wondered how the cycle of life, death, and rebirth plays out in our modern world? Ponder this for a moment. From the ancient Greeks, we have the myth of Demeter, the goddess of agriculture, and her daughter Persephone, who was destined to spend part of each year in the underworld. This tale symbolizes the very cycles we're discussing. With each harvest, life is reaped, signifying death, only to be sown anew, signifying rebirth. Now imagine this myth transported to our times. The fields are replaced by sprawling farms, the hand-held sickle by massive combine harvesters. As the seasons change, so does the landscape of our agricultural world. And amidst this, our goddess Demeter orchestrating the cycle of life and death. How would she fare in this era of technological advances and urbanization? Imagine if Demeter, the goddess of agriculture, had to navigate the complexities of our modern agricultural world. In a world where seasons are less predictable, how does the goddess of harvest cope? As the rhythm of nature becomes irregular, the goddess of agriculture, Demeter, finds herself in a new landscape. Climate change, an unpredictable player, has turned the once reliable cycle of seasons into a game of chance. Fields that were once fertile now face droughts and floods, challenging the goddess's dominion over the harvest. On the other hand, urbanization has swallowed up vast tracts of arable land, creating concrete jungles where grain once grew. Yet in these cities, technology has given rise to vertical farms and hydroponics, presenting Demeter with novel ways to nurture life. But the balance of life and death, central to her being, is harder to maintain. With every technological advancement, the cycle of life speeds up, leaving the goddess to question, how does one uphold the natural order in an increasingly artificial world? Even for a goddess, the modern world presents unforeseen challenges. What happens when the underworld meets urbanization? Imagine Persephone not descending into a mythical realm, but navigating the labyrinthine streets of a bustling city. This urban underworld is not a place of souls and shadows, but a metaphorical representation of our modern challenges. In this concrete jungle, Persephone's journey may symbolize the struggle against societal decay, the fight against pollution, or the ceaseless quest for sustainability. Could it depict the stark division between urban comfort and the harsh reality of those living on the fringes of society? Just as Persephone's return marked the arrival of spring, her emergence from the urban underworld might symbolize a rebirth, a revival of the city, a renewal of hope, or a rejuvenation of the human spirit. The journey to the underworld is not just a physical trip, but a metaphorical descent into the challenges of our urbanized society. So, what can we learn from Demeter and Persephone's myth in this modern context? The tale of Demeter and Persephone, a narrative steeped in the ancient past, continues to echo across the ages, teaching us valuable lessons about the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. Their story, recast in a contemporary setting, alerts us to the challenges of modern agriculture and the impact of urbanization on our relationship with nature. It reminds us that, like Demeter, we must grapple with the changing seasons of life, both literally and symbolically. From the viewpoint of Demeter, Hades, or Persephone, we gain unique insights into the personal struggles and emotions that underpin their actions, adding depth and complexity to the narrative. Their myth, brimming with symbolic elements, encourages us to reflect on broader themes such as loss, resilience, and the cyclical nature of life, resonating with contemporary issues and personal experiences. The myth of Demeter and Persephone, though ancient, still holds relevant lessons for us today. So the next time you see a field of wheat or a city skyline, think of Demeter and Persephone. As we navigate through our bustling cities or marvel at the vast expanses of farmland, we are reminded of the enduring relevance of these ancient myths. They're not just stories from a bygone era, but timeless narratives that reflect our collective human experience. In the cycle of the seasons, we see Demeter's joy and sorrow. In the rhythm of urban life, we glimpse Persephone's journey between two worlds. These tales of gods and goddesses, of life, death, and rebirth, mirror our own struggles and triumphs, hopes and fears. So let's not just passively consume these stories, but actively engage with them. Let's find our own meanings, draw our own parallels, and craft our own narratives. Let's explore, interpret, and reimagine these myths, making them as much a part of our world as they were of the ancient Greeks. Remember, every harvest and every city has its own story of life, death, and rebirth.